State Legislature, I am immensely pleased to welcome and congratulate the newly elected honorable members of the State Legislative Assembly and members of the Legislative Council to this joint session of the State Legislature being convened for the first time after the general elections 2024. I would like to take this opportunity to commend the Andhra people's active participation in the electoral process. Their inspiration for change has been unambiguous. Now the responsibility of fulfilling their aspirations lies with all of you. Honorable members, you are aware that due to the supreme sacrifice of Amarajeevi Potti Sriramulu, Andhra Pradesh was formed as the first linguistic state on 1st October 1953 with Kurnool as capital. Thereafter, the state was recognized on 1st November 1956 and Telugu-speaking parts of Hyderabad state were made into the combined Andhra Pradesh with Hyderabad as capital. Accordingly, a lot of Telugu people moved to Hyderabad. Again, in June 2014, the people of Andhra Pradesh were forced to undergo another reorganization of their state, the most damaging experience of all. The united Andhra Pradesh was bifurcated unscientifically, undemocratically, and without adequate consultation with the stakeholders. This has left an indelible mark on the minds of the people of the residual state of Andhra Pradesh. The turbulence caused due to multiple state reorganizations and the resultant disruptions have deprived Andhra people of a sustained long period development and progress. Today we stand at a juncture where the people have to again take up the task of rebuilding their state. As time has progressed, it has become evident that the Andhra Pradesh Reorganization Act 2014 does not compensate enough the residual Andhra Pradesh for the loss of prosperity and development opportunities. The state bifurcation has imposed an unprecedented strain on the economy of the state. There are patent inconsistencies in distribution of assets and liabilities, with 58.32% of combined state population. The unscientific bifurcation caused the state to inherit only 46% of the resources, financial loss on account of loss of Hyderabad city, disproportionate debt burden, loss of access to public institutions, loss of national institutions, Government of India PSUs, and institutions of higher learning, etc. One can see that scientific criteria for apportionment were not adopted, while the residual state inherited huge revenue deficit. Debt was shared on population basis, assets on location basis, power sharing on consumption basis, and worst of all, educational institutions with no basis. All these factors led to the structural change in economy with reduction of service sectors from 51% to 44%. The per capita income too fell from 1,06,176 for the combined state to rupees 93,121 for AP. Notwithstanding the adverse impact of the state bifurcation and undaunted by challenges such as budgetary constraints, infrastructural deficiencies and unresolved issues, the government the successor state of Andhra Pradesh, its 974-kilometer coastline, providing opportunities for port-led development and requisite environment for manufacturing activities. The fertile river plains supporting agriculture and allied activities, the passing of 3 industrial corridors through the state, the rich natural and human resources. A reflection on the state's performance during the 5-year period of 2014 to 19 gives a clear picture of the balancing act between development and welfare. Completion of prestigious Pattasima project by linking of rivers Godavari and Krishna in a record time of 1 year. Completion of 72% of Polavaram project so that it could be made fully operational by 2021. Drought proofing measures, real-time governance, development of Amaravati region through land pooling, construction of new secretariat and legislature building are a few examples worthy of mention. All the milestones achieved during 2014 to 19 were possible because of the visionary leadership of Sri Nara Chandrababu Naidu, the Honorable Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh. In this regime, the state attracted marquee FDIs like Kia Motors. I sincerely congratulate the people of Andhra Pradesh for their wisdom in electing a government that discharges its duties with a futuristic view. Hordes of Andhra people had come from various regions to be part of this historic mandate in favor of future of Andhra Pradesh. The new government has a perfect blend of fresh and experienced honorable members in the assembly. I once again welcome all the members who will be instrumental in making right policies in the interest of good governance and in the spirit of cooperative federalism. Honorable members, at this juncture, I feel it is also important to recall the glorious past of Andhra Pradesh. Renowned as Annapurna, rice bowl of India, the state used to support other states in ensuring food security. As a leader of self-help group concept, Andhra Pradesh stood out as an example in developing entrepreneurship, knowledge economy, and cultivating thrift amongst poor women. Use of IT in all areas of welfare and development was the cornerstone of state's vision. The misrule of the previous government, which lacked transparency, have compelled this government to put the facts before the people about the disruption of systems